Welcome to the Natural Layers tutorial by me, Owen McCarthy. In this tutorial, I will be tackling a longer men's look in a simple but effective way. This is a simple process for any hairdresser or barber to have in their haircutting skill set. I began this haircut by assessing and analysing the fixed factors. This helped me in reverse engineering the haircut and mapping out the zones and shapes that I wanted to create within each zone. The main thing to look out for with this length is hairlines and current shape. I chose to divide the haircut into 3 zones. I split the back from the front, then split the 2 sides by creating a section through the middle of the head. The shape I chose in the back panel was square vertically and horizontally. And through the sides, I chose to cut a square vertical shape and triangular horizontal shape, with the hair getting slightly longer towards the face. My starting point for this haircut is in the back panel, due to it being the deciding factor for the rest of the haircut. I split the back panel in 2 due to the size of the panel, and this helped me in dealing with more hair in a cleaner way. To do so, I took a vertical section through the middle of the panel, then right on the occipital bone, I took a clean section on each side from ear to ear. The first cut when using this process is of extreme importance, as it's the most decisive step of the entire haircut and will determine the choice of length. I cut a square line using my razor, ensuring I kept my body position moving on a square line also. I then took a profile guide to the centre. And use my scissor to cut a square line vertically, using the initial length at the exterior as a guide. This engaged what we call a line and layer technique. From here, I took subsequent vertical sections on the right hand side of the profile guide. Section number 2 travelled back slightly to meet section 1, 3 to meet 2, 4 to meet 3, and 5 to meet 3 also. This ensures we create a square shape horizontally. The same system is then repeated on the left hand side, only this time the mechanics will change. Instead of pulling each new section into the last, I'm now pushing each new section into the last. Once I worked through the entire bottom half of the panel, I then went through and did some channel cutting using my razor. I will continue to do this throughout each panel once I've completed the wet shape. Next, I unclipped the top half of the panel and repeated the exact same process. Notice how I am standing on the left hand side of James the entire time throughout the back panel. This ensures both visibility and control. My vertical shape throughout the entire panel is controlled here by visibility. My horizontal shape is controlled by over direction and body position. Once the back panel was complete, I cross-checked horizontally and performed some more channel cutting. Through the sides, I started by creating a line using my razor that matched up to the exterior length created at the back. I then sectioned out a piece from the back as a guide to build my square shape vertically, using the line I just created as a reference point throughout the exterior. Throughout this panel, I then utilised over direction to create a horizontally triangular shape. Each new vertical section throughout the sides will travel back to meet the first one, which is behind the ear. My body position changed depending on what side I was cutting, but the cutting system remained the same. On the left hand side, I stood in front of James, and on the right hand side, I stood behind him. By bringing all the sections on this side back to meet section number 1, which is behind the ear, that is going to create our triangular shape horizontally. Section number 2 is travelling back to meet section 1. Section 3 is travelling back to meet section 1, section 4 is travelling back to meet section 1, and section 5 is travelling back to meet section 1. This will result in a progression in length from shorter to longer horizontally. Once the wet shape was complete, I applied some matte paste to the wet hair so that the product would distribute evenly throughout. I placed some movement clips behind the ear on both sides and quickly tapered out any unnecessary hair around the temple and cheek area to give the look some freshness. I then finished by using my Dyson Supersonic and the diffuser attachment to achieve a natural finish, making sure I make minimal adjustments to the hair whilst undergoing this process. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. To watch more in-depth tutorials just like this, please browse through our resource library. Thank you.